Hello everyone and welcome back to another Wizard101 video. Today, we're going to be going over the new crit changes. The ones that just suck, if you didn't know. I'm going to be going over what they are exactly, why they suck, why KingsIsle doesn't like us as people, and why everything's going downhill. Now, I'd like to say first off, I don't know how the crit's calculated. I don't understand how it works. But I think that's a positive thing rather than a negative thing. And maybe asking why. Why is that a positive thing? It's a positive thing because that means I am the average player. I am the person, the average person, who doesn't know anything beyond plain what I'm seeing, right? Which means that I am like you guys, all right? I'm not some, you know, knowledgeable figure that knows how all of this works. I am like you, and I get to say what I'm seeing so that it makes more sense to you, it makes more sense to me, and why I'm so annoyed by it. So let's get right into it. Basically, what KingsIsle did is in the newest update, they changed critical so it works based on different factors now. So how it used to work is it used to be enemies, your crit percent chance was based on the enemy's block. I think it still is, but significantly less now than it was before. And the problem is with this is that, right, these are enemies in Imperia, right? If I hover over this, you can see I have a 67% chance of my death to crit on these, right? I have, I think, we'll see after this. You know what, wait, let my fire join the battle, because I also have my fire on right now. So to put it into perspective, let's use Ship of Fools. I know that the third one isn't in, and that might bother some of you, but let's use it, see what it is. So to put it into perspective, my death's crit is 477, right? Okay, so I did crit. Perfect. Beautiful. Boom. One of them passively blocked it. Why? Whatever. It's annoying, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Let me see if I can switch screens. It doesn't work like that. Why doesn't it work like that? Oh. Nope, it's just my death again. Nope, just my death again. Nope, still just my death. Why? Can I not switch? You know what? Screw it. Screw it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll just tell you. My you know what? No. No. Better. This is so scuffed. Better. I'll just escape, quit, and exit out. And then it will have to pick up my new Wizard101. There we go. Turn the sounds on. There you go. Okay. All is well. I'm sorry that this is scuffed. I didn't think of this beforehand. Now we look at my fire, right? When I hover over that. 73. Oh, that's weird. My death had a 67% chance. My fire has a 73. That's 6% difference. Do you know how much crit my fire has? 711. I have 200 to 300 more crit than my death, and I have a 6% more chance of critting? Excuse me? Plus the fact that I still only do about 1.4 times the amount of damage, and it just kind of sucks. Now, another change that I want to go over that sucks is that at lower worlds, right, before, in my opinion, it was at a perfect place where Wizard City through Dragonspire, you crit on everything if you had a high crit, because it makes sense, because none of the enemies have crit block. They don't know have knowledge of how crit works. So if you have high enough crit, you should be able to crit on everything. That's how it works. But see, the thing is that that's not how it works now. I'm gonna pause real quick, and you'll see what I mean by this in a second. All right, so here we are, Unicorn Way, first street in the game, right? I'm fighting a Lost Soul, first enemy in the game. I have 711 crit, and I should be able to crit on this thing 100% of the time. Let's hover over and see. 76. Oh, wow. That's a bit strange. That's exactly the same amount of crit chance I had on an enemy in Imperia. Why? The only thing that changed is the crit multiplier, which on that thing was 1.4, and this thing is 2 times. That makes sense. The first number? No, not so much. So what KingsIsle has done here is they've made it so that your crit chance factor is scaled significantly differently. I don't know why. I don't know who in their messed up, skewed mind dev decided to do this, but it's not the way to go. I'm just baffled by this change because it doesn't make sense. In my opinion, and a lot of players' opinions, the last crit system change that they did back in the in the fall update, what they did is they made it so that your crit chance is significantly higher because it's based on the enemy's block. Now what this did is it made it so that you crit quite frequently, especially or early game. You'd crit, you know, basically how early game worked is it would crit based on your level. So my level 48 life right now would have 48% chance of critting. They've now changed that and made it so that you basically have a solid percent chance to crit, and that's it. It's based on the amount of crit you have, and it doesn't go high. I'm thinking right now I have 711 in crit, right? Which is actually really high. That's a highball number right now, based on the new meta with quint damage pets and how all this works. That means that I feel like even at 800 crit, I would still only crit about maybe 80% of the time. So considering the difference is 6% between 500 and 700, which is a 200 crit difference. To me, that says with an extra 100 crit, which getting to 800 crit is actually kind of difficult for any other school but Storm, honestly. In Storm, you need to sacrifice your other stats to even get that high. With 800 crit, I'd only have like an 80% chance, which is stupid. That's absolutely dumb and baffling. You mean to tell me that with this high of a crit chance, the max we can get is that number? I think to hit 100%, you would have to be well over 1,000. Well over with how it works. And I think that's stupid. I think that this needs a change right away. They screwed things up. And along those lines, right? Basically, they screwed everything up, is what I'm trying to get here. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you know something I don't, please tell me. But from my perspective, this is almost as bad of a crit change as the one they made back in 2015 with Polaris. And that annoys me. Right? That annoys me so much. Because it was actually in a really good place, in my opinion, in the last update. Maybe, I don't know about PvP, but if this change has to do with PvP, I hate you. I'm so tired of KingsIsle taking PvP precedent over PvE. It just doesn't make sense. It's less of their player base, and they shouldn't be changing the entire game just for them. They should be changing the system for PvP, not for PvE. I don't know anything about it, though. If this doesn't even have to do with PvP, it just means KingsIsle screwed up. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. But my fire now has a 76% chance to crit on everything, and that kind of makes me want to just quit the game for a while. So, that's it for today. If you agree, if you enjoyed, drop a like at the sub button. Again, let me know if you guys know anything about it that I don't. I'll see you in the next video. Have a fantastic day. Thank you all for watching.